What urban legend needs to die? That you need to wait 24 hours to report someone as missing. You can, and should, report someone as missing as soon as they go missing. It could be the difference between finding someone who had a bad fall at home or getting lost in the forest, and finding their body. That you can target fat on a particular place on your body, like tummy fat. Fat doesn't know where it lives. You don't eat spiders in your sleep. The idea that there are people in your neighborhood just waiting for the chance to poison your kids by giving them unwrapped Halloween candy. You can't get STDs from oral sex. One of the clinics I work at is a free sexual health clinic. Too many women are in there for mouth, throat, other digestive problems stemming from unprotected oral sex and various STDs. That people only use 10% of your brain. That is only true for politicians. That touching baby birds or rabbits will cause their mothers to reject them because they smell like human. They absolutely will not. Don't go messing with babies for kicks, but if you can put a baby that you are 100% sure belongs there back in its nest, do so. If you aren't sure, call a wildlife rehabilitator so you're not putting fledglings where they don't belong. That daddy longlegs are the most venomous spiders in the world, but their fangs just aren't big enough to spread enough venom. I'm referring to cellar spiders. Daddy longlegs is a vague term that describes several types of arachnids, none of them are venomous though. Our 7th grade English teacher Miss Jackson was not in Playboy in the 1980s. It does not matter that your brother's cousin's neighbor has the actual issue and they are going to bring it into school someday. People giving out free drugs to kids. That Marilyn Manson had a rib removed to suck his own member. Ostriches. Do not bury their heads in the sand. If they're afraid of something, they will run, kick, or bite. One of my biggest animal myth pet peeves. All the ones about human trafficking that create a totally fictionalized idea of what human trafficking actually looks like. Phil Collins and the reason he wrote In the Air Tonight. It was about his divorce. There was an interview about it. The urban legend I heard was that a friend of Phil's drowned and a guy let him drown. Years later, the guy was at Phil's concert, so Phil put the spotlight on the guy and sang this song. That's my version of what I heard. That some guy tried to sneak acid into a festival by taping it to his body and it absorbed through his skin and now he thinks he's a glass of orange juice or a sunflower. That MSG is toxic. That there's litter boxes in high school classrooms. I've heard this about 3-4 different schools in my area. Detoxing treatments. No, Sharon, harmful chemicals are not just going to ooze out of your face and feet if you use that mask. That's not how the human body works at all, damn. Black cats are evil, no they're not. That doctors will let you die if you are an organ donor to steal your organs. That it's super illegal to turn on your car's inside dome light while driving at night. Sex does not have a lasting impact on vaginal tension, see this way too often. That it's a felony offense to rip the tag off of your mattress. There was a major scandal in the past, where a couple mattress manufacturers were recycling used mattresses, restuffing them, and subsequently reselling them. Nauseated face. It is only illegal for stores and manufacturers to rip the tags off of new mattresses for sale. However, once you buy it, and your mattress warranty expires usually after 1 year or less, feel free to rip that annoying tag off. Boiling frogs. Frogs jump out of water when it gets too warm for them. That vaginas get loose from having sex. There's really men out here that believe this. Loch Ness Monster. It's been here since the dinosaurs. That baby deer are abandoned. That if you ask if someone's a cop, they have to tell you if they are a cop. If you look under that one truck in Pokemon you can find a Mew. That there are hot women in my area waiting for me to chat with them. La Chupacabra. Enough is enough. Too many children have died wandering through the jungle, not to mention all the goats. We have to stop this thing once and for all. Twin brothers Lemongello and Orangello. The welfare queen trope that Americans constantly use to justify exploiting low-wage workers and punishing the poor for being poor. It's a straw man offered as proof that poor people are immoral and that any economic assistance system will only entice them to further immorality. It is false, repugnant, and damaging to not only the poor but the whole economy. Gen X votes. I think it's time to clear Richard Gere. Rod Stewart and the Sailors. Being afraid to flash lights at another car driving with their headlights off for fear that they'll chase you down and murder you. That Bill Nye is either dead or got busted for some drug-related thing. I hear it every year from my students, and every year I have to tell them that no, the nerdy bow-tie scientist from the Disney Channel did not get busted trying offload 3 pounds of meth on some undercover cops. Alpha males. You don't get sick because it's cold outside or you don't have a jacket on. Bigfoot. It's 2023, if you can't get at least a 720p video of him, then give it up. If somebody's having a seizure, stick an object in their mouth to prevent them from swallowing their tongue. Like WTF. You can suffocate if you leave a fan on while you sleep. You can't. Urine is sterile. It's not. Highways have straight segments so that airliners can land on them in emergencies. They don't. You should drive at a normal speed in low visibility weather so the car behind you doesn't hit you. You should slow down. You can suck out the venom from snake bites. You can't. Men think about sex every 7 seconds. They don't. You only use 10% of your brain. You'll go blind. Blood is blue inside your body, red when it comes out. Nope. My dad coming back with the milk. The one where there's a kid at your local school who identifies as an animal and requires the use of a litter box. I hear it semi-regularly now. Rich people work hard and are smart and deserve their money. That people put razor blades or drugs in Halloween candy. There has been cases of some candy tampering but none where children get killed or hurt. The one case I can think about is this dad putting poison in his kids' sugar sticks, but IDK if it's true. It's a legend. For the drugs. If I have drugs I am not giving that shit out for free. Like WTF. Especially weed candies or weed itself. It's such a weird-ass urban legend. In a lot of unregulated stores you can get candies that look like regular candy, but still that shit is expensive. That Dungeons and Dragons is satanic witchcraft, that's still a popular ideal in the Bible Belt. My cousin's friend's little sister's best friend's mom is a teacher and had a students in her class named "What has the world come to?" Insert any of the following names in the blank. Shithead she theed. La Ladasha. Lemon Jello La Mahn Julo. Orange Jello or Ahn Julo. The story about a pet snake measuring you. It's utter horseshit, and explaining it every time I tell someone I have a snake is annoying. I would say the megalodon. It's been extinct for millions of years and isn't sitting at the bottom of the fucking ocean waiting for the comeback of the century. It's dead, let's be thankful. That being an organ donor means doctors don't try as hard to save your life. That black cats are bad luck, pouting face. My black cat is a victim of this. Some MF poured hot boiling water on him and he came home with some of his skin and fur melting and patching away. If I had witnessed it, best believe I'm in jail because of defending my poor innocent cat. Gay people made your child gay. Trickle-down economics. People put drugs and razor blades in Halloween candy. Ain't nobody giving that out for